Clean cooking experts from across the world visited Nairobi for the Clean Cooking Forum in 2019, many of whom visited Kenya Power's modern demonstration kitchen at Electricity House. This session aimed to showcase the compatibility of electric cooking with Kenyan cuisine with live cooking demonstrations. These demonstrations are a powerful way to change perceptions about cooking with electricity. Many people believe that electricity is too expensive for cooking, and that food cooked with electricity just doesn't taste the same. However, this event showed that not only can it be just as delicious, but energy-efficient appliances can make it much cheaper.
In Kenya, it is believed that cooking with electricity is very expensive, and I agree if you're using the wrong appliances. So here we showcase energy-efficient appliances, like for example the electric pressure cooker, the induction cookers, the infrared cookers, which are very energy efficient, and we prove that with the use of energy meters, which we hook up to appliances when we are cooking, and at the end of the day you'll be able to see how much power you have used to cook a specific dish. So today I'm going to take you on a culinary journey showcasing some of Kenya's favorite dishes. Many people have reservations cooking with electricity because they say that the food doesn't taste the same. So you are gonna taste this food that we're gonna cook today. So we will have 3 dishes for you today. Mahamri and mbaazi. These are Swahili delicacies, a true coastal traditional passed on from generation to generation and still goes on up to date. And a Swahili breakfast is never complete without the two. And for this demonstration, we set our meter to 20 shillings per unit. And I can see that we have used 0.51 units for the mahamri, which is just 10 shillings. For the mbaazi, the hot plate used 1.2 units, which is 24 shillings, whilst the EPC used just 0.34 units, which is 7 shillings. So there we are. The EPC is far more efficient. Fulu, these are large dried sardines. They are dried in the sun and harvested at night, where they are attracted to come to the surface by use of torches and lamps. So they think it's during the day and they think the food is coming up, so they come to the surface, and they are commonly found in the fresh waters of Lake Victoria. Traditionally, these are also cooked with charcoal, but today we were going to use the EPC, and being fish, we're going to use just a few minutes to cook the fish. Again, at the end of our cooking our fulu, we can see that we have used only 0.34 units, which is just 7 shillings. So definitely it is more efficient. Biryani, one of my favorite dishes. This is a mixed rice dish, which is common among the Swahili community in Kenya, with its origins among Muslims, often eaten as a really special dish at a traditional wedding ceremony. Traditionally, this is cooked in a tightly sealed pot over a charcoal stove, but today we are going to use an induction stove to boil the rice and fry the onions and potatoes, and then assemble the layers and cook the chicken in the EPC. I tell you, this is going to be really sumptuous. I'm sure you've enjoyed watching how this dish all comes together to look so beautiful and the colors involved. We have used a total of 0.77 units for both the frying, boiling the rice, and cooking the last part in the EPC, which is only 15 shillings. I can't begin to say again how cheap that is. Just imagine that we cooked all this food for only 39 shillings. You couldn't even buy half a tin, or a gorogoro as we call it, of charcoal with that these days. This is amazing.
Many people say that seeing is believing. However, when it comes to cooking, people need to see, smell, and taste before you can really start to convince them. That's what makes these live cooking demonstrations so effective. However, many people will only truly believe they can cook with electricity after they've taken home the new appliance and seen, smelled, and tasted the food they've cooked for themselves. That's why 20 Kenyan cooks took part in a study where they used electricity to cook all their food for a whole month. The results showed that cooking with electricity can be up to 5 times cheaper for heavy foods such as beans. Across the whole menu, the households used an average of 42 units a month, which worked out at just 840 Kenyan shillings. As a result, most participants actually saved money by switching to electricity from charcoal, kerosene, and/or gas. This evidence-based live cooking demonstration showed that not only can food cooked with electricity be just as delicious and much easier to prepare, it can also save you time and money. Maybe it's time we all started to think more seriously about cooking with electricity.